after attending a meeting at the Colombo port, he explained the problem of corporations. Now the state corporations, as earlier Juna Mahendran said, become a liability to the treasury. Actually these were formed or became nationalized enterprises, entities, because at that time the idea was to make these organizations more profitable and more acceptable to the people with a better service. That was the motive. And also it was considered to be a part of the welfare state and also socialism. But after some time, the entire thing has changed. Today, many of these corporations are liabilities. They don't actually perform the duties they are suspected to, they are accepted to be performing, or they are not making any profit, so that they have become a liability, and the treasury has to give money every year. And because of that, the idea of nationalized enterprises as a step towards socialism has broken down. The whole idea was wrong. Actually, I have explained this even in 1960s, that the concept of national enterprises within capitalist state does not mean anything other than state capitalism, which can be corrupt and more of a exploitative body than even the private capital. Because in the name of doing politics, the people, the management and the directors could make money out of the system, and they can rob and then pretend that the corporation is running at a loss. And that has happened. And therefore, this corrupt system is become a big liability. For example, we know CTB. At the time of Ranil Munasinghe, he was devoted to run the organization properly, and the service was there, bus service throughout the country, and also within the limitations, it was a profitable enterprise as well as something which is giving a kind of social welfare. But recently it has degenerated now to become a liability on the coffers of the government. So therefore, the idea that this thing has to be changed, and either they should be returned to private sector, or with the private sector support to reorganize them as working within the framework of social capitalism. Now this idea has been challenged, and now the so-called opposition, joint opposition, they say that the government is trying to sell the state property and state capitalism, state organization. But these people, when they were in power, they used these private trade corporations for their benefit, and they really plundered, and that is why these corporations are running at a loss at the moment. And so therefore, their crocodile years towards this kind of socialism that we talk about is completely false, and we cannot accept that. And of course, the system can be brought back as a social welfare and well-run state sector. It's welcome, but if it is not possible, then something has to be done to get rid of this liability and challenge to the government. Then again he mentioned the 9 billion borrowed money, the debt that exists, and the duty to see that start paying back this, and also changing the 8% interest to a better arrangement to pay 1% as proposed by the IM, giving they are prepared to give money to pay back and then to come down to 1% or somewhere there to the as the debt. Then there was another incident in Mathura district run by private sector. For 5 years they have been running this making portable goods, but they have not paid the provident fund to 500 female workers, and also their wages are not according to the regulation that is given by the Labour Department. But however, there was no investigation. So 5 years they have been running without investigation, and then suddenly they have closed the factory and gone away. And the struggle to find out who are the owners and to see that these poor workers be employed again. And this type of things are happening throughout the country, and particularly in the eastern province. We have to be very careful how people are coming and exploiting people, poor people who are now prepared to go anywhere to do a job that after their families. Then the next item that came up was the challenge made by Anura Dissanayake about the SLLP. He said SLLP is now totally demolished and broken into pieces, and therefore it cannot be the opposition in the coming period or even the government in the coming period. And because of this internal dispute. But that is entirely wrong, because SLLP from the very beginning, as Bandaranaike, was for a progressive program where the solving of the national problem was also involved. In fact, in 1926, W.R.D. Bandaranaike started a party called Freedom Federal Party or something similar to that. And he proposed federalism, 3 regions, and to be Sri Lanka to be a federal system in order to resolve the national problem. That was in 1926. Then later he came for the single only, but nevertheless within 6 months or 9 months he had an agreement with Chalanayak, the leader of the federal party, to have a devolution. And this Banda-Chelula Pact became a very strong democratic step that have been proposed to resolve the Tamil national problem. So that we can see that within the SLFP there was this liberal democratic ideology involved throughout. Later, Chandrika broke out of the SLFP, claiming that Anura and the mother is not continuing the policies of Bandar Nayakas, and she formed a party as a Mahajana Party, People's Party, and foremost task that they have proposed is to give a provincial council and defend what is given in the Hindu-Lanka Pact as the solution to the Tamil national problem. So they came and they became a friend, form a committee with the left parties, Nama Samaj Party, Communist Party, Lanka Samaj Party, and as a left front or socialist alliance, we fought to implement the provincial council setup. And so that was a big struggle. And the other SLFP section which broke away as Mahajana Party played a very important role. And in fact, Vijay got killed and several others got killed in that process. So now again, we see that same thing has developed under Maitripala. Those who fought for democracy, or the movement that was within the SLFP, which was fighting for solution to the Tamil national question, have gathered and got the majority of the SLFP. And the leader is a person who is now prepared to join with UNP to implement a democratic constitution with devolution properly included. So therefore we see that the SLFP has not got destroyed, rather it has become a very strong liberal party and it is working with collaboration with the UNP, and the government is strong at the moment. There are 175 members within the parliament of 225, so they are still powerful. In such a scenario, to say that SLFP has collapsed and the whole thing is going in different directions, and that we have to intervene. The AVP as the Marxist party, we have to intervene to resolve the problem. We can't take that as a serious statement, and I am sad to say that Anuruddha Dissanayake is not prepared to accept the strong liberal intervention made by Maitripala, and then on that basis it is going to attack. Then finally the party Anuruddha Dissanayake, the present, could be shifted into the fascistic camp, or with collaboration with these fascistic elements within the SLFP. Then finally, there is the case of 107 Tamil political prisoners. They were rehabilitated and released, and then they were killed in an unusual manner, according to the complaint made by TNA MP in the parliament, that there is suspicion that before they were released, certain chemical have been introduced or injection have been given, which is poisonous matter, and that is why these people got killed so simply in a very short period. So this is a very serious allegation. If in the present setup of the military and participation of military in the northeastern areas, if there is a fascistic element, conspiratorial elements who are there to poison prisoners and kill them, and that if there is an organization behind that, then it is a very serious challenge to the government. Government is trying to bring about a rehabilitation, construction and friendship and so on. But there is an organization in keeping political prisoners, giving various excuses, and then poisoning these political prisoners and killing them, so that it will become a problem for the government. What is this conspiratorial organization? Is this the truth? Now this has to be resolved. We have to go, and I demand that Prime Minister and my department, the leaders take this responsibility, take this as a serious problem, because 107 people, if they are killed in this